I think just 3 channels are a bit too much.
Sure. I mean, you can take it off here in the Discord. We'll have a slight delay for reacting those things, but should be
Yeah, I
fine.
think we can live with that. Just take off the Discord stream.
Well,
Although it might crash the Windows he has.
okay. I think we should be back now. We okay. Okay, great.
Is our actual profession.
Still
Do you
nothing.
hear us now?
Stark has no audio, only getting audio from Nathilian.
Should be fixed now.
Slandered and Stark, no audio. You said it should be fixed now?
Let's check. Does work?
Check, check. Check, 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 check.
Okay, I think I can hear Slandered laughing on the stream, so it probably works.
I can also hear this wonderful
Nice.
check. Good.
All right.
I think we made it.
I'm getting thumbs up on YouTube.
Yeah.
All
There we
so
go.
We're
We're good.
finally there, and we can start. Let's do it. So, the audience, please, if you have any strong idea what we should play or how we should play, please tell about that in the comments.
Absolutely. What kind of character should we create, you all?
Yeah,
So
let's
give
go
us some
begin
time
with-
to cook about it while you just show us all the fantastic works here that we have and possibilities.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I really, really love the portraits, especially that guy, the guy with the spikes on his head.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
he's
yeah.
an amazing look at what was it called, monochromatic character. That's definitely what I'm going to go with.
Speaking of which, these two portraits are here from Rockfair because the nobles for Dark Heresy are not ready yet, but they will be there. So there will be more portraits.
Nice.
I've actually
you're
seen
here.
some of these already, and they really look good.
My favorite one is the one acolyte who's standing and smoking and looking mischievous.
Yeah, this
Mhm.
one I hope.
Criminal mastermind.
That's the criminal, I think. My personal favorite is the second lady, like the classic Eisenhorn jacket and the
Oh, this one.
this one, yeah.
And my
I think,
favorite
The
this
is,
cybernetic
one,
arm and
I
the
love
pistol.
is this aristocratic one.
And I love the black girl with the big flamer, I think. Yeah, flamer.
Yeah.
Or melta was it? Yeah, I think it's a multi-melta actually. No, it's
No, it's a
Yeah,
flamer.
I
It's a
can see the-
flamer.
Looks like a
Yeah, I can see the flamer thing.
looks like a heavy flamer. Yeah,
She's
her
got an
portrait would be
insignia
perfect
just like
for
me.
in.
Uh,
So, which one should we choose?
oh, I think our actual faces they cover the portraits.
A couple of
Oh.
them, yeah.
Yeah, we should probably move them or something.
In fact, now that I
I'm
think
gonna have
about
that
it,
maybe for
when,
next time, so our tech priest can have like a hotkey to just blend in
Do
and
we
blend out.
maybe
Yeah.
have like the scene where we can just show without our faces for a second, like just the game window,
Oh, give me a second.
so that we could show the people the amazing portraits, because the artwork is so good. We want people to.
I
see
was
that.
also going to say that when the dialogue comes up, the text for it is going to be all along the right, so the
Yeah,
pictures could be blocking that as well.
Yeah, so we might want to switch to the game only for these moments. Sorry guys, like we're not used to the new stuff yet. The dialogues are vertical for the first time ever. So I love the person who says, "I love you all, cat, but your stream has as many technical issues as your games at release."
I noticed that, but didn't say anything.
That's hilarious.
Hey, you gotta be able to have a sense of humor about yourself.
But we fix it after all.
Yeah. We try to not be too too distant from you guys. Sometimes we just fail, yeah, but we try to not to be serious about it. So anyways, can you please show the portraits again so that people could see them?
Yeah, let's
Not very quickly, and we'll go on.
start from the beginning. The spiked guy, lady with the flamer.
The female psycho portrait. Somebody may be tempted to take it for Rogue Trader. Yeah, actually, she's really awesome. I also love her.
Criminal guy.
Oh, this guy we know.
Yeah,
This guy we know.
and this lady as well.
Actually, fun fact: I know a lady who has a face really similar to this one. The one that is the noble from Rogue Trader.
Nice.
Oh,
Do you all usually get like outside people to do the portraits, right? Or is these done by your in-house artist?
Part that we have like our outsourced artists that work for that, and some of them are done in-house. And there is a lot of discussion like how exactly to go about them in-house. So usually, for example, the original author would propose like 5 poses, and then the team would choose, okay, this one fits the best, and there would be multiple iterations. Sometimes I think there were cases where we released some of the like alternative variants of the portraits. I'm not sure it was for Rock Trader, but I think we did somewhere.
I'm pretty sure that some portraits were updated for the Rogue Trader. Like female
Yeah, there was.
Navy captain, and I think some.
Yeah, there was like a big update on the portraits just before the release. So they got a bit darker. They got the same style. If you remember the guy with the mustache, he was like drawn in a bit different style before the release. So if you compare the beta portraits and the release portraits for Rogue Trader, you can see the difference.
Interesting.
Here.
Okay.
I'm just curious if
And-
this aristocrat over here is actually drinking wine or blood.
Could be anything, you know. It's Imperium for you.
Very good question.
It's the
Somebody
Imperium
says I
after
can
all.
see custom portrait. So basically, we could bring Rogue Trader portraits here as well. Yeah, we've always been doing that. It's a good way for you to customize your character. We always believe that. That's nice.
So, let's choose one and proceed because
Let's go.
Yeah.
I vote for the second one, for the lady with the Eisenhorn cape.
what about you guys?
That's a good ticket. Chad had time to come up with an option of a character creation. And,
Chat, you have a few seconds. Go on. Which portrait do we choose? Go.
Just quickly type in numbers in chat. Going from left to right.
Yeah, from left to right.
I'm not seeing anything. I would recommend the female psyker portrait because that way you could play as the mystic, which is the one archetype they haven't seen yet if they played Rogue Trader before. So it would definitely give people something new.
Different as well, so
that's true. They do work differently, but Mystic is the only one that's completely different.
We see a lot of 2.
We see a lot of everything, to be honest. But I see a lot of 6, which is the Mystic. So if Slender also thinks we should play her, let's play her.
Okay, let's
go on.
Let's take her.
So this one is the place where I want you guys to stop for a second. Like these voices, let the chat try to recognize them. The pragmatic female and the zealous female. Like show the few phrases and let the chat think who they are. You heard them, people. Like you know who these people are, who these actors are.
That says it's a little bit too quiet from
Too
the
quiet.
audio.
You can make the game a bit more.
Yeah, give me a second.
People chat. They're fast. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, they got it in YouTube. One
They
person
got
already
it
got it in YouTube.
Milliseconds over here.
Just give more.
So
Make it more loud.
yeah, should be better now.
Better your blood than mine. Seeking the advantage. Always on the move.
Let's see if it's better now.
Make it work.
I would like put the volume to like 30 or 40%.
Still not so loud.
It's still super quiet. I think that was the problem every time we had a stream. So I think we should go much higher. People can turn it down, but it's hard to turn it up.
A couple of people in YouTube already got the answer though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better your blood than mine. Seeking the advantage.
Yeah, actually it's quite recognizable.
I'll make it work.
So quiet but recognizable. Yeah.
Let's
I think it's super cool that you got those actresses to do it though. Playing as Argenta through the game is going to be freaking amazing.
Well, yeah, for everyone who still hasn't read the chat, the pragmatic female is the voice actor for Kibella, and the zealous female is the voice actor for Argenta. And there is this feature that is new to the character creation in Dark Heresy in comparison with Rogue Trader, is that when you choose the voice, when you switch on the next page, please do that, Nath, you can hear a prayer in the voice of the character you just selected.
Crazy.
I think this is such a wonderful little
yeah.
attention to detail you guys have.
It actually boosts
Makes me
atmosphere
excited to
a
see
lot.
what other videos. Yeah, it makes me excited to find out what other voices we're going to have and to hear their prayers as well. Because I think not only the voices change, but like the wording of the prayer changes as well, doesn't it?
I don't think so. I think the prayer is the same for everyone.
Interesting. I felt like it was different, but I have to check it again.
Don't think it is, but maybe I could miss something.
So we decided to go with
And
Mystic, I believe.
Exactly. Before you jump forward, I want to tune in here really quickly. What I find very intriguing for people onboarding onto Dark Heresy and who have maybe not experience with CRPGs or not experience with the universe itself and understanding what kind of types are and what's going on. You made a great job in terms of highlighting what kind of focus this character is going for. In this case, like support or physical, psychic abilities, have this kind of idea of in which direction it could go. And as well, when you go to the progression log, you can then see further down the road in terms of what kind of abilities they will unlock going down, leveling up the character. So you can get a rough idea in terms of what kind of character can I create here. And compared to Rogue Trader, I think this is a lot smoother and a lot sexier in terms of understanding how to create your character. If I word it correctly, yeah, I think understanding is the word I'm looking here for.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah, I
for
think
highlighting this.
The UI team did a great job with this one. It's much more visible now. Like, and you know, in Rogue Trader, you sometimes had issues figuring out what you get from the start and what you will get later. And right now, you can clearly see what is progression locked, which is really nice. Sorry, Slander, did I cut you?
No. I was just basically strongly agreeing with what both you all said. I feel like one of the main criticisms I've heard regarding Rogue Trader is that a lot of people felt like it was too complex to be able to level up. And it was hard to kind of sift through all of the list of different talents and things you had available to figure out what actually fit with your character. And I think that's much, much better in Dark Heresy. It's a lot easier and clearer to figure out, okay, this is what fits with the type of character I want to create, and this is what's actually going to help me. Super, super cool.
Oh, nice. We have the voice actor for Epione here at the YouTube
Hey,
chat.
she was actually in my
Hello.
stream
Yay.
yesterday too.
Yeah,
What's
she
going
says
on,
that.
Sly? How are
You're
you?
so cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably going to be my
fantastic work.
favorite character.
Yeah. We didn't get to your voice acting until I was like 6 or 7 hours into the stream, but we did get to you, and you sounded amazing. So really, really looking forward to hearing more of your work.
Yeah, and the 3 days before Scal's video with you, it just absolutely exploded. So really, really nice.
Awesome.
There was a question. I haven't played Dark Heresy yet, but I finished Rogue Trader and played all of Owlmates games. How is the scale of this title? Same as Rogue Trader, smaller, bigger? It's slightly smaller than Rogue Trader, not not dramatically, just slightly shorter, maybe 20%, 25%. But we aim to go wider. You can see that by the fluted and not fluted zone in the alpha and now in the beta as well. So basically, we try to aim for more activity and choice in favor of that instead of the length of the game, because there is a lot of feedback that sometimes our games are just a small bit too long, because at some point it gets a bit tiresome and you just want to maybe finish and start anew with a different build, different characters and stuff like that. So and since most of our players play our games more than once, we believed that this time this is an approach we should take.
Yeah, choices matters.
There's a question in the chat as far as will the dialogue be voice acted in the beta? So after playing it, I can say that basically it's partially voice acted. There's the beginning section where most of the people are not voice acted, but when you get to the Mayor's Port and Sectors, which was the area available in the alpha, there are many of the major characters there who will have their voices. So you'll definitely see a smattering of voice acting in the beta, and then when the full game is released, the entire experience is expected to be voice acted. Would you add anything to that, Star?
You've said most of it, except that basically the zone that was in the alpha is more ready than the rest because we had more trenches about it. So that's why there is more voiceover there, because more stuff there is ready.
Mm-hmm.
So we felt we could safely record the lines because not as much would change as in the other zones, which are still in construction in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So the short version, it is yes to the game is fully voiced.
Except for, I see a question about will the protagonist be voiced? The protagonist will not be voiced. So you'll still be able to imagine your own voice for your own characters, just all of the other characters who will be voiced. And there also will not be a narrator.
Technically, you do have a voice for your character, but it's like the combat marks. It's
Right.
not the
Right.
it's not the dialogue. It's hey, go forward. That kind of stuff.
Fair point. Fair point.
The Emperor is with us.
Yeah.
The witch.
What I find also very interesting here, since we are on the specialization going into interface understanding, is when you hover over some of the skills, they now also showcase with what kind of attributes they scale, what I find very interesting.
Mhm.
And helping you understand in terms of what kind of character statistics go into improving this certain attack. I mean, we have it already in Rogue Trader with the blue text and the blue numbers. When you hover over that it then breaks down even further, understanding where this number 6, for example, in the Molten Beam is coming from, that you're hovering over right now. So, yeah, kudos, big claps to the UI team of making this whole thing more understandable, easier, approachable, and I'm just super happy grinning over here on my end of the world.
Yeah, we will bring
Yeah,
your
we-
work to them.
The kudos go to the UI and the game design team that like took the experience of Rogue Trader and refined it into what you see here. And I also love what I'm seeing here. It's like much more readable. It's much more handy to, and like it's visible at a glance in many cases where it wasn't before. I really love that.
Absolutely. I agree. I played as a Sanctic warrior for my first playthrough of the beta, and it was such a great time. And again, it was really, really easy to figure out, okay, which of these options is going to help me be melee psyker. Someone asked, can you be a psyker and be melee focused at the same time? And you absolutely can if that's your preference.
Yep.
So, what
There was
specialization
there was
we
a
will choose?
question. How is the morality system? Can you go full corruption route? These are actually two different things, because you have the morale in the combat, which is basically the replacement for the old momentum system. It functions a bit differently, but essentially it allows you to quickly end the combat that is decisively won, or use the special abilities similar to what the previous system was allowing you to do. As for corruption routes, we'll go to that later, but they're like basically alignments or convictions, which is there is 4 of them this time, up from 3 in Rogue Trader, and you will learn more about them later. These are basically the, what do you call them? The aspects of the Inquisition. Not aspects is probably the wrong word.
The ways.
Like the internal groups within the Inquisition that think about it
Factions.
differently.
Mhm.
Yeah, factions. Yeah, that's probably the good one.
There will
basically
be.
your-
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
It's basically like your relationship to the ideology of those factions. It's not like you're direct dealing with them, but more like your own stance on how they perceive the world.
So
That's
you're not
more-
necessarily joining up with these
Yeah.
people, but basically
That's-
you all are like-minded. You all see the world in the same way. And so because of that, you align more than you would with other groups.
Comparing this to the Rogue Trader timeline will be parallel after or before the events of Rogue Trader. It's intentionally a bit vague on that aspect, but it's definitely somewhere close before, because you can have the characters that are mentioned in Rogue Trader, so it's somewhere near. Think for yourself where exactly. I think we should start going forward.
Yeah. So
Maybe
as
you guys
can
have
see-
any
Yeah, go
ideas
on,
what
go
we
on.
should pick here?
Well, we
So we
as a mystic we can't pick anything else about the sanctioned psyker. Other options
Makes
are
sense.
locked. No, yeah, makes sense. So it would be fun to play criminal psyker.
Somebody says there is a
fine.
difference when you need to read, to read a bit to understand how things are going to work, and having an Excel spreadsheet to perceive your options. So yeah, that was a big feedback moment for Rogue Trader, because it would throw these 150 skills lists at you, and you had to like read them all before picking. It's going to be better this time, because it comes at you in batches. It's not that big of a list these days. It's more small batches of things.
There's a question about if there will be more origins and archetypes available in the full version of the game. I believe you all already said there would be, right?
I don't think there is going to be other archetypes, unless you count those that are special for the companions, like the Wayseeker. That's the name. The Aldari has the special archetype, and I think the Blank is going to have something of her own. I may be mistaken.
Nice.
Like, I'm not sure because these are still early in production. There is still a lot of things that are going to change there, but there may be. The basic ones will probably remain the same. I don't think there is going to be more of them.
What about with the
Specializations, though, and origins, maybe. Can you look at the origins? A second. I think there were more, if I remember right.
Okay.
I think I've
Awesome.
seen something, yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry, I cut you again. Go on with it. I'm just chatty a bit.
that's fine. That's why we're here. So I think Forge World will go right for our Psyker. Or maybe we want her
sure.
to be from a Death World.
Yeah, that works. Makes her a little bit more sturdy. There's a question about how strong can you become. In Rogue Trader, you could win fights in one turn, especially when you got to higher levels. Would it work differently in Dark Heresy? And from what I experienced, definitely I feel like a Dark Heresy combat is more difficult than what Rogue Trader provided, and that it definitely takes more turns in order for you to get through combat encounters. So I don't think it's going to be the same way as Rogue Trader. Norris, what were your thoughts on the combat? Did you get a chance to experience it yet?
From my side, I think it's, first of all, always a question of what kind of difficulty you're playing it on. But on top of that, it's definitely, so far, from what I experienced, not that powerhouse fantasy that you have as a Rogue Trader, where you just become, towards the end, the, well, super powerful character to be out there. It's a lot more challenging, and before the beta launch happened and we had access to the alpha, I think then I got my ass quite often whooped, and I'm pretty happy with the incline of tactical difficulty there, and also overall it feels a lot harsher in terms of the combat difficulty. I'm not sure how it will be mid to end game, but at the first sections you get slapped.
Well, we may still run into that problem. Like it's pretty early to say we won't. I hope we won't, but you know. But the idea is, yes, that first of all, it's thematically appropriate to have a more challenging experience in the sense that you're no longer like the biggest guy with the access to the best of the equipment of your sector. You're more like a lower rank, lower access to various capabilities and gear. So it may be a bit more difficult sometimes. And we also try to make the combat itself a bit more challenging, not only by numbers, but also by giving the additional objectives in the combat. So it's not always just kill everything in one turn and be done about it. There can be some different solutions or some gimmicks in the fights that cannot be done in one turn.
I'm very happy that you thought of some sort of, we call it staged fights, in terms of like having different angles or different tasks to do while the combat is happening. In terms of like, I don't know, turn stuff off or some sort of little puzzle behind it, and, instead of just crude combat. And Nath, dear tech priest, this is looking fantastic compared to Rogue Trader visuals and character models. I'm just wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, my
actually-
only quirk with it is that I hope there is more faces because I didn't find the one I want.
I believe there will be
But I
more
don't know if-
faces, but I'm not
Maybe
100%
I
sure.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know either at this point yet. But
I definitely
they actually
vote for more
all look
haircuts
much
for
better
the
with the
ladies.
blue eyes from the Psyker.
Very thematically appropriate. Yeah, I love the different body types. The fact that you have 9
Yeah.
different options and you can really get just about the exact body type you want. I think that's super cool.
Agree. That's a big one, and I love it as well. A question from the chat: will sniper operator gameplay be improved? Given the number of changes and like the redesign of the whole system, it's really hard to say like it's going to improve. It's going to feel different, I think. Like a lot of things just simply don't function the same way they used to be in Rogue Trader. There is the armor system, there is the selection of body parts system. There's a lot of stuff that's just completely functioning the other way. So we'll see. If necessary, we will do adjustments if something feels too weak or too strong. But it's basically a blank page now.
I will say, for the perspective of someone who does not care for operative and Rogue Trader, I like it a heck of a lot more in Dark Heresy. And there are a couple of companions you get with the operative archetype who I think are really cool and make full use of the mechanics. So I'm way happier with it in this game than I ever was in Rogue Trader.
Yeah. Another question from the chat: will beta be updated, like adding Hypatheos content? There will be updates on the technical side. If there, one of them is actually supposed to land, if not today, then tomorrow. I think somewhere after the stream, with the first batch of the bug fixes. As for the content updates, maybe some minor stuff, but mostly no. The beta is there for you guys to look at it, to give your feedback, so we could change something, and that is not done quickly. So we need to sit down, discuss what feedback you guys had, to see what we can do about it, and prepare it for the release.
Since we just look at augments, somebody was asking, is there any possibility we'll get augmentations that are not just on the face, like maybe some that are on your spine or in other parts of the body?
Some companions do have them. I'm not sure about the main character. Maybe such options will appear closer to the end of the development, but I don't think they're ready yet if they're planned.
Gotcha.
Will there be any beta keys given during the stream? Yes.
Yes.
Actually, like in 20 minutes, I think we should do a batch of them.
I've seen multiple questions about alignment and can you be a heretic and what are the chaos options like? But I think we need to wait until we get into the game, because then we can show you all
them.
what the convictions look like, and then have a more robust dialogue about how that works in Dark Heresy.
So yeah, I think
Short answer: there is a lot of choice for everyone. Like there's plenty of very different options.
Oh yeah.
And the character creation that lasts for a few hours, like we all love.
I mean, isn't that the quotes right way to play a CRPG in terms of if you don't spend at least an hour in your character creation, what are you doing?
Spend 3 hours creating the character, 10 hours playing them, and then start over again before you've even made it out of Act 1.
That's the way, yeah.
That player.
I have a friend who spent like 3 days creating his character in Rogue Trader, but he wanted to go over all the details he could. Customize.
They're tier 2 archetypes. Yes, but I don't think we can reach them in the beta yet, if I remember correctly.
So
I think the beta is like level 9 or 10 maximum.
I'm pretty satisfied with what we've got here, so let's go to the game.
Let's do it
already. Yeah.
Oh, look at Komos in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
getting goosebumps seeing this architecture. It's like a nice mixture of, how should I put it, grim beautiness and just being straight up scary. I think walking through these halls would be similar to walking through the Stephansdom over here in Vienna with the great halls, big ceiling. Everything is kind of this Gothic architecture. But I would have my pants full. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's actually like pretty tricky to portray these things there in a way that they're both, what's the word? They're like out of boundaries. They're so like so weirdly oversized or overdone and stuff, but at the same time they're feeling like a part of this world. So they're not feeling like
Anchored.
Sorry, my English fails me today. My idea is that it manages to capture the atmosphere without breaking the immersion and capturing these out of the boundaries feeling for the Dream Darkness universe.
Totally. I mean, if you would go one-to-one scale, you would probably just, I don't know, walk 5 minutes in-game from one spot to another just to take that staircase.
Yeah, well, looking at
The elevator with the throne.
Yeah, looking at this screen, I'm not sure that we should, turn our cams on.
Yeah.
Because there's like no space for them.
Yeah.
No.
We're gonna be the hidden
Well,
voices in
I
your
think
head.
people recognize our voices by now. It's fine.
Mhm.
Somebody actually recognized Thunder by voice in the chat. I've seen that.
So for those people who only played the alpha but haven't gotten into the beta, we're basically gonna start a little bit earlier, but we're still starting after the prologue. Apparently there's something that happens in the prologue Owlcat does not want us to see until the full game releases. So I'm very, very excited for whatever that is. But this time we're gonna start directly after the prologue, and essentially we're being judged based on the decisions that were made in the prologue.
I mean, I don't want to spoiler anything, but if you read very carefully this dialogue here that happens, you potentially can do some guesswork of what is happening.
Yeah. Well, Nath, you should probably click it a bit forward so we can walk around and show the best in a bit. I mean, we won't really spend a lot of time reading the dialogue. We'll leave it to the audience for themselves. And I'm certain our dear guests here already recorded a lot of that, so you can listen to it in their awesome voice. So, tell the truth.
Yeah.
So there was a very short segment where you could do two choices in terms of aligning with a certain ideology of the inquisitorial stances, and that's already quite at the beginning, where we can align ourselves with certain thought systems and direction of being like pro. Use everything that we need to use in order to get to the end and get the solution out of it in terms of like xenotech and be pro xenos, and the other ones be like very dogmatic in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Someone mentioned in the chat that they really like the stylistic change of having the dialogue vertical and along the right. I 1,000% agree. I feel like it really, really makes it easier to appreciate the dialogue while at the same time appreciating the scenery. And it makes things clearer as well. Super, super cool change. And I think it's worth reiterating in case there are some people here now who were not here when we spoke about this before. There is voice acting missing in the beta, but in the full game, it will be voice acted. So you will not have to read the majority of all of the words and dialogue that you just saw, which of course is a major change from Owlcat games, which were usually like 40 to 50% voice acted, but there was a large portion of it that was not voice acted. This time it'll be fully voice acted, except of course for your protagonist, who will still continue to remain silent.
I have to link up with a question there to Starok. Is the the narrator parts voiced as well?
No, as far as I'm aware, it's
Still for long.
like a deliberate decision by the narrative team. They feel it would break the fourth wall too much. They don't like that you're
Yeah.
being like told the story. They want the feeling where you're in the story.
Nice.
Absolutely.
So like every approach, I know like the many games, including like Baldur's Gate 3 and stuff, they have that, but it's just a choice. You know,
I
it's
cannot
an
abide
approach
time
that they think aligns better
You
with
have
our
my
games.
attention.
And a small fun fact, I actually like the Rogue Trader's dialogue horizontal style more than this one, but that's
Really?
just my yeah. For some reason, it helps me to see the screen better. Like when I stare at the right side, I don't pay attention to the left side. But that's just me. It's just
Interesting.
like a matter of taste. I know
And-
like a lot of people were in favor of this change, and a lot of people are enjoying what it is.
Tom has an interesting question in chat. Are companions completely safe, or can you get rid of them like in Rogue
Of
Trader?
course, you can. I mean, it's Warhammer 40k. Of course, you can get rid of them.
Rid of them in brutal ways if you want to.
Yeah,
Can we?
but
Uh,
I always
Sorry, go
we
ahead.
actually had a glimpse of the alignment system. The
yeah, that's
convictions.
exactly what I was going to ask for.
Yeah. Let's show it to the people and show which one stands for what.
Yeah.
So we have 4 of them, which is monodominant or monodominant. I'm not sure how to correctly pronounce it. Can you hover, please, over all of them so we could show the people?
Yeah.
So, an uncompromising exterminator of even the slightest signs of heresy, driven by the high ideals of duty, service to the God Emperor's will, and self-sacrifice. I'm probably going to play that. I'm not sure.
That's actually what I played the first time I went through the beta as
I
well.
love Dogmatic. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird actually because usually I'm more like in life I'm more iconoclast guy. You know, like
Right.
doing the like what's best for the people and stuff. But in this universe, things can get so bad if you you just
Mhm.
let some people leave or stuff like that, or forgive
Absolutely.
somebody.
Hmm.
So yeah. So, Emelathian is a staunch believer in the God Emperor's grand design, the fulfillment of which demands unity and accord within the endless ranks of the Imperium's organizations and humanity as a whole. Then you have the Xenos Hybris. Can you
Yeah.
show that, please? Basically, you believe in the necessity of xenotech research.
And the last
So
one.
to
And the last one is connected to the heresy.
So there are a few of you asking about can you be iconoclast? In my opinion, Xenos Hybris is probably the closest to being iconoclast because essentially they believe that through cooperation with Xenos, all of us can basically lock arms against the true enemy, which is chaos. So it allows you to create relations that you usually wouldn't do. Whereas monodominant is probably much more pure, dogmatic, burn the heretic type of playthrough, if that's what you're looking for. And then Xanthite is basically believes that you should enslave everything else that's involved with Xenos or the arch enemy. So they're the closest you can get to heretic. But a lot of you asked about, well, how do you become a heretic? How do you choose more heretic options? There isn't really there's no sense of being like a true all-out heretic in this game. All of these different convictions serve the Imperium just in a different way. So no matter what, you serve the Imperium, but if you want to get as close to heresy as possible, Xanthite is probably what's going to give you that feeling.
It's actually one of big feedback points about Rogue Trader that sometimes there was not enough this kind of going into chaos in the name of the greater good, you know. So there is a lot of this here.
And just so you all know, like you can't max out all of these. So like monodominant and Amelathian are both considered to be on a Puritan tree. You can only get up to rank 2 in one of them. And then once you've gotten up to rank 2, there basically that is your Puritan philosophy. And then same with the radical option, which is the Xenos Hybris and the Xanthite. You can only get up to rank 2 in one of them, and then it'll stop you from being able to get points to the other one. And then you can only get up to rank 4 in one of these options that is listed here. So once you get up to rank 4 in one of them, that is considered to be your philosophy that you align with. And similar to Rogue Trader, each rank will give you a specific buff. So it'll either help you with a skill or a sigil that you receive. It gives you a special power. These ranks will help change how that power functions and makes it even more powerful.
Yeah, we can see some
There's a lot
kind
of-
of description on the screen as well about these ranks, just what Slandred
Yep.
told us.
Yeah, just what you said. A lot of questions on the chat when the release date is. It has not yet been announced, so I can't really tell you that yet.
I hope the
So-
answer to that is when it's ready.
Yeah, let's
Let them cook. Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Make it good. We can wait.
Well, to be honest, I think the team has done a great job with the beta, and like there always will be some technical issues and stuff. But personally, I'm a big fan of what I'm seeing already. It's already a step above for Rogue Trader, and I have a big love for Rogue Trader.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
Very
Chad
good.
asks if there's gonna be Xenos companions. Yeah, there's some already announced. One a Kroot female, and an Eldar Psyker.
Yeah.
Eldari.
So let's move a bit. Let's move around a bit.
Yeah, go around a bit. So this actually, I think the artifact that's on the right side. Yeah, can you show the artifact, the stand with the artifact? It's one of the sort of reactivity things. No, to the left. The big thing in the middle. It's the artifact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there is like a chest there with the thing. So that's basically the result of your previous mission. You brought it here. And that's a result of your choices made in the prologue, which is not available yet. And it's one of the examples of how the environment can change based on your choices.
Amazing. That was the follow-up question that I would have. Would the section here be completely different visually in terms of my choices in the prologue?
Yeah, like maybe not like 100% different, but definitely it would account for a lot of change. Well, I think I can do a bit of a spoiler, sort of like this case, you've completed your mission but lost
Keep my
your
eyes open.
basically your Inquisitor.
Yeah, your
And,
mentor.
your mentor. And there is another way where he can live. And it's going to be a tough choice, I tell you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see and feel it and do some happy tears.
Yeah, I'm legit not sure what I'm going to choose. Like, it's really hard to choose.
I mean, that speaks for Alcad overall in its writing. I think that very often in the storytelling and the choices, they're not straightforward black and white. They are, this kind of like gray matter, as I call it, in terms of what do you think fits best in role-playing your character in that situation, and that leads to different outcomes, maybe even outcomes that you don't expect, because it's not so straightforward in the choice making.
And I also
Yeah.
like that basically there is often options for people who simply like different things. Yeah, like different person playing the game may have different idea of how things should go, and there are plenty of options for everybody to check out. Should have probably show the ship.
My eyes open.
For that, you need to go to the to Zerber, I think first. Talk to him a little.
You gotta go to the
then
quartermaster first, right? And
Yeah.
then he lets you go to Zerb.
Yeah, I don't remember which you have to do first, but yeah, basically you pick
Yeah.
up some stuff with the quartermaster, talk to Zerb, and then you can go to your ship and
Let's meet Inquisitor.
first you need to collect the companions. Yeah, first you need to collect the companions.
Right,
Access
access
denied.
denied. Yeah. So you got to go
Yeah.
back and then head to the right and head to the quartermaster.
I love the red carpets. Always
I think the
wondered
whole
why
design of this place. Now turn it back
Right.
around and then keep heading up.
Well, we're
There you
running.
go, jump up the
Mohan
stairs. There you go.
Mohanoi
Clearly
is
visible. How did
asking.
not have the time to play the beta yet?
Hey, just 'cause-
Well-
hey, I support IT systems that I don't know how to use. I completely get it. Just because you make it doesn't mean
It's
you know
fine,
how to
yeah.
play it.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
We
It's
had,
just
had
like-
a really rough week, and even more than week. So yeah, we didn't play that much. Like for example, I played only through the Bastion segment. I didn't yet go
Mhm.
further than that. But
All good.
Yeah, I hope you guys forgive us because there is so much we need to do to prepare the whole thing.
Definitely.
Yeah,
And I was
It's all good,
asking,
man.
wait,
That's
we
why
have a
you got
ship?
Me and Norris here.
Exactly.
you know that's.
Sorry?
a
And I was
curse.
asking, we have a ship. It's
Yeah.
definitely a smaller ship, not something crazy
Yeah,
big as in Rogue
we
Trader.
have a sort of like a drop ship, which is the size of, I think roughly the size of the thing they land on in the Space Marine game. Like what's the name?
Thunderhawk.
Thunderhawks.
Thunderhawk. Yeah, it's roughly the size of the Thunderhawk. So it's maybe slightly bigger. It's basically an atmospheric craft that gets deployed from a larger ship and allows you to land on the planet.
So to be clear, for those of you who played Rogue Trader, you had to travel around from planet to planet through the warp, and so you had a much larger void ship that you were in charge of. In this game, from my understanding, the majority of experience is going to be on the same hive world. So you're just traveling around to different places on the same world. You're not leaving to go to different planets, at least not at all in Act 1.
Well, off-world as well.
What is that?
Bastion,
Sorry?
Bastion is off-world, so it's not
Mhm.
just the planet itself.
But I
Got
guess
you.
we're gonna
Okay,
be
interesting.
within the Calixis sector only. We're not like leaving sectors and traveling
Yeah,
far
you're,
off.
you're basically going around the planet and its moons and the station about it.
Got
Yeah.
you. Okay.
So now we need to visit
Um,
Inquisitor.
Fantastic. Don't you have to talk to your companions first, or does
Yeah.
the Inquisitor give you the
No.
quest?
Did you see, by the way, like if you go back, there were, the guy with the boxes. There were guys gossiping about the death of your mentor, actually. So
Mhm.
they just said, oh, the Toral was a nice man, something like that.
Yeah. People will give you condolences as you walk around.
Yeah. But
Can I
it's
ask,
interesting,
will
yeah,
go ahead.
sorry. You do?
Chad was asking if the trading will work differently compared to Rogue Trader, and your
Yep.
answer is yeah.
Yep, it's more traditional RPG trading with money and stuff like that because you're no longer exceptionally rich person that does not deal in small things. So you have to basically collect stuff, sell it. And everything you know from Pathfinder in that regard is basically this. Plus, there is also the factions that also affect this.
Has there
So
been
there's
any
rotation.
Has there been any confirmation as of yet in regards to which companions will be romanceable? There's a question about whether or not Toma
No
will be
comment yet on the
romanceable.
Roman. Nothing. We cannot comment on that.
Sorry, Seth.
I know you guys
you're
wanted-
not getting it out of me.
And I've seen somebody already data mined like a box with the Romans flags or something, but it's not correct. It's not correct.
Look.
Like we even left like a sort of a small funny comment on that.
That's hilarious. I love that. People,
It-
the first question they have is, "What can we plow?"
If I walk up to a trader and kill him, can I take all his stock? I think us Chorda will not be happy about that.
I do want that gold mask.
Can we see some of the NPC portraits? We will be seeing them across the playthrough, but I think some people already posted a lot of them on Reddit. And check out the subreddit for Rogue Trader and Dark Heresy. And
I mean, if
see
Nathan
that.
is hovering with his mouse over Anton Zerbe's picture in the conversation, it always is
Yeah, you can,
show
bringing
that.
up the...
you can hover the portrait.
There you go. Super, super cool. Super
Yeah.
awesome, without a shadow of a doubt. Man, oh man.
brings so much dread and fear just looking at him.
Mhm. And power. Absolutely.
Yay, we've got our sigil.
There we go. So that's the sigil that is changed based on the conviction that you decide to go with. So like mono dominant can make it where anytime you use your sigil, you'll set enemies on fire. Super, super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually that's the moment where we can decide which way we will go.
That guy looks like Balthazar Gil. Yeah. Well, it's actually his canon look. So we didn't invent the look of Anton Zerbe. Or Zerb, as it actually turns out he's pronounced. I was
So
surprised as well.
Zerb?
as you-
Interesting.
As you all can see, sometimes you'll get dialogue options that'll give you points for multiple convictions, which is probably why Owlcat made it where you're limited as far as how many points you can get in any one conviction that's on the same branch. But there'll be plenty of times where all four of them will have a different dialogue option available for you so that you can really, really distinguish what kind of character you're playing.
Derek, a quick question to you because of the dialogue options thematic. Do you think we might get an option where we can turn off blending in what kind of outcome the dialogue choice is giving me? In terms of similar to Mass Effect, where I don't want to know if my choice is good or
Like
bad.
narrative mode or something? I think
Say
we
again?
had that feature, like the narrative mode or something. We had that feature in Pathfinder, I think. I'm not sure if it's actually there in Rogue Trader.
I don't think it
Remember?
is.
I don't think it is.
Probably
no.
didn't make it.
Yeah.
But that's something to consider. Like I'll write it down to ask about it.
That would be fantastic because then I am more looking at the actual answer and what kind of
Yeah,
vibe
I
it
get
gives
the
me
idea, yeah.
instead of just clicking on, oh, it says brackets, I get plus bonuses if I click this. And then it tends to draw me away from the story or the narrative or the meaning behind it. So it would be interesting to see the outcome of my playthrough, not knowing what kind of bonuses I get if I pick A, B, C as an answer.
That's actually a great point. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to the team about it. Like, can't do any promises at this point, but this definitely sounds interesting.
No sense in delay.
Okay, so now we need
Some
to
people
find
will-
Saro.
Although,
Sorrow's in the chapel. Chapel's along the left side of the map.
yeah, the big room to the left
Yeah.
and
And then the other two companions you can get are in the infirmary on the right side of the map.
oh, it's
I love
so
it how
funny
slanted.
when people know things better than the developers do.
I take
I
great
mean-
pride in it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on both sides, you know. Like I play a lot of
Mhm.
games, and there were stations where I felt I knew something better than some of the developers, but like now I'm on the other end, and it's funny.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
like
you're
a
blessed
curse.
to make games people are passionate about.
Yeah, it's like a curse of making games when you actually don't have enough time to play the games. Sad but
Will we have
true.
major choices like Rogue Trader where we can blow up a planet? There will absolutely be major choices. I'm not sure like planet-wide, but within the context of this story, there definitely will be major changes. Major choices, sorry. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm seeing a lot of questions and comments going back and forth about the length of the game. So just want to remind you all, for those who might not have been here when we had the discussion, length is definitely something that Alcat is looking at when it comes to Dark Heresy. I'm not sure if it's like guaranteed it's going to be shorter, but they're
Let's just say
definitely
there are less acts than in Creator. So it's more spread out to the sides, but less in the length.
Got you.
I
There
mean,
we
I'm
go.
always a fan for quality than quantity. So I don't mind if it's shorter, but therefore more impactful or more interesting or better fleshed out.
Oh, I get so much Roman Sybil questions about Zerg. Guys,
That
The
is
Emperor watches
hilarious.
over you. Don't do such things.
And I think it's also worth calling out. I don't know how, obviously, the full game is going to work, but at least in Act 1 of Dark Heresy, Alcat is being very, very purposeful when it comes to combat. So as opposed to in Rogue Trader, where there's really a ton of combat, and every time you round a corner, it seems like you're in a fight. In Dark Heresy, there's a much less amount of fights, but I think they're way more memorable. Like, I strongly remember all of the combat encounters I've had thus far in the Dark Heresy beta. And so what you're going to do during that time span of the game is going to be significantly different as well, compared to Rogue Trader, where a lot of that time was spent basically in combat.
actually, I have stuff to comment on that. We all came here basically from Wrath of the Righteous, where there was a lot of like trash combat, which was oriented on the real time with pose mode, basically, because the game design treated the real time with pose like as a primary mode. So the encounters were designed for real time with pose. So there was deliberately this amount of fresh combat that you can do quickly to, I don't know, stay fresh. In Rogue Trader, we spent a lot of time talking about it and how we would go about it in a turn-based exclusive game. And there were less combat in general than in previous games. It was more focused and like more memorable, but I think we didn't quite get fully at the right spot. It was still a bit too much trash combat, especially in places like Footfall or the Rykite Minoris. I think that was the one that I personally remembered as being too tracked a bit. Maybe it got better after the DLC 2, which I didn't make a playthrough with. I was doing it before. But I definitely felt it was a bit too dragged. In Dark Heresy, this is like a new iteration. It should be even more memorable, even less dense, maybe. But still should give enough combat time for you guys to like make use of your builds, of your characters, stuff like that. And then there is the investigation system that is unlike Rogue Trader, which had the additional parts disconnected from the main flow of the gameplay. There was the ship combat, there were the colonies, they were all done in different interfaces and in different they were something else, And right now, when you're doing the investigations, they are a part of the exploration gameplay, so they do not disconnect you from doing the actual world exploring. So this is actually where the additional time goes, basically.
So I've only seen how it's implemented in Act 1, but from what I've been able to experience, I strongly feel like the Inquisition journal investigation system is the best management system you all have had in the game thus far, like bar none. I played Kingdom Management. I played Crusade Management. I played Colonization and Rogue Trader. I think this is by far the best management system you all have had. It's absolutely amazing and incredible. And when I was streaming it yesterday, there were a ton of people in my chat like, wow, this is more layered and detailed and involved than most detective games that we played. Super, super amazing job. And I can't wait to see what the cases are going to be like in Act 2.
Yeah, my personal favorite is that you don't always have to be right in
No.
your investigation. You can just
No.
blame people because you think,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
because you want.
I'm definitely going to do a playthrough where I don't care about the cases at all. That as soon as I get one hypothesis, I'm going to just make a report and say, yeah, this is it. I don't care about this. I got better things to do. Just to see what the reactivity is going to be like, how the game reacts to a guy who doesn't really care about his job and basically thinks the Lord Inquisitor is a buffoon who he shouldn't have to take orders from. I can't wait.
That's roleplay.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be funny.
Actually, now
The
it's
question from the chat.
yeah. Go on.
Finish. Just finish.
Funny moment. I looted a chronicle in the archive, and now the guard stopped me, and he's not letting me out with this book. And there's the funny options to tell that it's not mine, I only found it, and refuse to give it back, or to say, all right, I will return it. I think I will refuse.
I'll get upset.
Oh, poor God. Okay, I'll keep the book. I'm a mystic
So a
after all.
question from the chat: can we expect multiplayer to be included in the beta? No, sorry, not in the beta. It's only a release thing.
Raider in chat asks, are the investigation mechanics only for the main quest or side quests as well?
Well, I think the line is blurry, really. There is like so much
Very.
stuff in the investigations, and you never know whether it's connected to the main storyline or just some side stuff.
Yeah,
Love
on a
it.
similar note, someone asked, how thoroughly is the investigation system interwoven into the story? The cases basically are your main quest. Your main quest is, hey, investigate this and figure out what is going on. So it's very, very tightly interwoven into the main story. And then oftentimes the side quests you do will present more clues or more information, more context that will help you make the right choice for who to pin the blame on when it comes to your judgment in these different cases.
Yep. So are we approaching the infirmary, I think?
No, he's searching around everywhere but the infirmary.
Right.
I just wanted to visit, this Fight Club.
Sure.
Yeah, it's an amazing
The
place.
Fight Club is one of my favorites as well.
Looking at
Please.
Yeah, the layout for this area is incredible.
looking at this symbol,
Should you maybe show us for a while so that people know who is speaking, because we have a lot of new people join us, and I think it's time to do the keys distribution right now. We've been
So everybody watching also over on YouTube, please jump over to the Twitch chat, because the bot only
if
works
you
on the
want.
Twitch chat.
Sadly, we only have the bot set up for Twitch due to technical limitations. So, like, if you wanna participate, open Twitch for a bit.
yeah, sorry for that, my fault, but yeah, we'll wait a few minutes to let people from YouTube.
Can you put us? Okay, there it goes.
Yeah, we can
So
show.
yeah, for those who
show
just
off.
joined us, let us reintroduce ourselves. So here's community managers Tarak and Nathilian, and our dear guests Just Norris, previously known as Carmack TV, and Slender Gaming, the fantastic man.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, one of you
Pleasure to
said the
be
lack
here.
of orc companions is disappointing. All the companions haven't been announced yet. You don't know whether or not you're getting an orc companion. So calm down.
I don't know who can find these disappointing. I mean, the moment I heard the voice of Epione, I'm like, all right,
Man,
there we go.
incredible.
It's actually funny. I really love relational characters, but like in Wrath of the Righteous, I couldn't play with Nenio because she had the mad scientist vibe in addition to the rationality. And here, this is like a rational character that is like she understands her surroundings. She's like doing everything right. She's just that kind of person, and
Peony's definitely going to be staying by my side in my first playthrough. I'm looking forward to it. Xenos Hybrids. We're going to be researching everything and experimenting on everything
you mean
possible.
researching, right?
All that too. Oh man.
Yeah, actually, Epione is right there in our chat. Slitherwise or Slitherwise. Sorry if I pronounce it incorrectly. She, the voice actress, is sitting right here with us now. Feel free to ask questions for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, this looks so good. The whole lighting, the whole setup, it's an eye candy compared to. I mean, Rogue Trader looked already really good, but this is just next level.
Yeah, it's like more sharp or something. Like the polygons are better. If you actually know, there was a big article on how exactly the graphics were upgraded. You can find it on Steam and check it out. There is like a lot of technical stuff, how the polygons were remade, how many, stuff like that.
Best to try a different approach.
Somebody says Nenio was a bit too against the story tone. It really depends which mythic path you chose. It felt just right in stuff like Trickster or Azata maybe. But
Nenio was awesome. No matter what mythic path you chose, Nenio was amazing. One of my favorite characters, and my community keeps trying to tell me that she didn't fit, she wasn't right. I ain't trying to hear it. No, Nenio was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Loved her.
So we finally
I
reached
guess
the Peony.
I should better not say what I did with her in my playthrough. Yeah, nothing. Actually, I didn't do anything much except that I didn't really take her with me because basically I played as an angel, and from his perspective, she was too unstable for the military nature of the crusade. Like basically, for my character, she was not reliable enough for the whole thing. It's just roleplay kind of stuff. It's nothing against the Nenio or the...
Makes complete
Actually,
sense.
do you want the sort of like behind the curtain story about Nenio?
Let's do that right after you start the first giveaway.
Yeah, I think people are already here, so let me.
Yeah, so let's get it going.
So let's hear your behind the curtain story in the meantime.
Please tell me if announcement appears in the chat.
Purge the unclean.
Purge the unclean is nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically the story is she could become the character from Chris Avalon, but never became. Basically, she is yeah, like in place of her could be his character, but that never happened.
Interesting.
Maybe
Like
if you all
like a lot of people have been asking for a lot of time, like how Chris is involved, but like recently there was an interview where he actually like unveiled what it actually was. So yeah, the truth is that nothing he did actually made it into Wrath of the Righteous. He did some concepts at the early stages, but then kind of I can understand that when his thing began, he didn't really have that much time on it, so the whole thing kind of got delayed and never happened.
Well, that's all the more reason for you all to do a 2.0 upgrade of Wrath of the Righteous with those new mechanics, and then you can add some of that content back in.
Speaking of which, did you guys actually see somebody made a multiplayer mode for Wrath of the Righteous? I've
No,
seen that posted
I
on
didn't
Reddit.
see that.
I was like,
Wow.
what?
And it actually works well.
I haven't checked, but I've seen a video of people playing with it, and it seems to work.
That's
So-
crazy.
Wow.
That's
Well, Slender, we know
crazy.
what we have to do.
Yeah, you guys
yeah.
should check it out.
For sure. That sounds like a blast. No doubt about it.
A lot of people seem to be excited about like Wrath of the Righteous Definitive Edition. The problem is that the works on the game are pretty much complete at this point. So it's pretty hard. Like the team has moved on; they're all in different
Yeah.
projects now, and to collect
Yeah.
them again for something, it's a big special occasion that
Mm-hmm.
really hard to make.
Yep. Sometime down the line. Down the line.
Yeah, let's go back to Dark Heresy. We've drifted off a bit. Sorry.
All good.
Will there be
We
mod
can
in
separate-
support for Dark Heresy? We hope to. We always really want to do some mod in support. The problem is with Rogue Trader, we've run into some legal issues that still by this day prevent us from turning up Steam Workshop. Like there is slowly going thing to unlock that. I hope that's gonna happen one day, but it's been really difficult. Like we do everything that is possible from our side. We're sorry that it takes so long, but in some ways we're just limited.
Well, fingers crossed that you find a quick path to that, because I think every game that has access to modability just prolongs the livelihood of the game itself. Quick shout out to Skyrim, basically.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of questions about how to buy the game. So you need to go to the Owlcat website, right? And then
At once.
at what level do they need to
I
purchase
think now,
it?
like for the beta, I think any level is enough, if I remember right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just go to the
Maybe
Owlcat website
let
and
me
purchase
just
the
double
game.
check, but I think any level is enough at this point.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
There was a question: who's my and Nathalian's favorite companion in Dark Heresy so far? I think it's either Epione or maybe the future Blank companion, but I haven't seen much about her, so I'm only judging by the appearance right now.
Well, actually, I love them all. It's hard to choose between, Gog, Heimer, Epione, but I think Latier and Heimer will be in my group 100%. And yeah, I think Epione as well. We need to.
I just have a weakness for
Keeping my eye
Yes,
on
someone
big
needs to
women
stitch
with
us up.
scary arm gloves,
What about you, Slandered? Who's your favorite?
It's a three-way tie between Epione, Cog,
tie.
and Aspis. Those are my three favorites.
Oh, by the way,
That's a good point.
we're actually at the place where we show our ship. So I wasn't paying attention for the screen for a moment, and we are there. So
Yeah.
basically, this is our dropship. There is the correct name for it.
Next still for
The
long.
Nathaniel, can you maybe remind me what it's called? Gun cutter.
I'm-
Gun cutter. That's the name.
Yeah.
The gun cutter.
No, it's called the Verdict.
Yeah, that's its name, but the vehicle
yeah.
class is the gun cutter.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So just show us around a bit.
Yeah, I was doing that for the last few minutes.
Yeah, just so that the audience understands what they're looking at, because we didn't comment on it.
Yeah, here's a small Sarah, I don't know, room, cathedral,
He's,
his chambers.
he's
Small little
beta
chapel.
only for
Chapel,
Steam
chapel.
players. Yeah, unfortunately, on this no. Yeah, there is.
Keeping my
Chapel.
eyes open.
And this should be our room. Well, nothing compared to Rock Trader's chamber, but different type of the game.
Oh, you're kind of lower in status this time.
Yeah, and
I think
different-
that the chamber in Rogue Trader is as big as the ship.
I will miss
Basically.
Outrageous Wealth, I think.
Small and an important technical question from the audience. Does the Allcat website give a good old games key? So how it works, right now for the beta, you can only claim a key for Steam. That's the only platform you can gain. On the release of the game, you will receive a new key. And before releasing it, you will basically go to Digital Downloads tab on the website, click Claim a Key, and then you will get to choose the platform. It can be anything, Steam, GOG, Epic Game Store, PS, Xbox. So maybe the list will be expanded if there is something, but basically you just gotta choose on release what you want more. What percent of the beta is voice acted? I think it's like 1/3 or maybe half. Standard,
Sounds
you
about right.
already played.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Third of it.
Yeah.
You're here. I'm excited to experience it.
See if there's any more questions. You froze again, please. I'm not sure on what I froze. Sorry.
It was just a slight delay. It caught up with.
Okay, I
what
like
you
that.
said.
But somebody said, "Hamer, get to the Valkyrie."
Hey,
That's
Is the
Nice.
team
That's a good one,
excited
Shake
for
with
Dark
it.
Heresy release? Absolutely, except that there is a bit of time until release now. But yeah, I mean, you don't work at all kid games if you're not excited for stuff we're doing. I think we love the stuff our team is doing. Like we, it's not because just we are showing the game to you guys. We are also really big fans of the games as well.
absolutely.
I'm also find it funny that they're completely off topic now. That there is a little cameo, I think it's the word, of Abelard within Dark Heresy. If you go to
wow.
options and accessibility and color scheme, you see his portrait there and the
Really?
commissar. Yeah,
I didn't even. I did not
you
do
can
that.
show it. Not, just go to settings and show the accessibility options.
it was just by accident by going
Yeah.
through it. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
Abelard is the game.
Hello there.
That's awesome. Hey, there's actually an accessibility question in the YouTube chat. Is there any chance for a dark mode, high contrast mode, to make the text have a dark background? Even as an accessibility setting, I feel like it would be easier on the eyes.
Can't promise yet, but I'm gonna pass it to the team as well. I've written it down.
So they'll look into it.
Ooh, that's an interesting question from Duke. If we can feed companions that we don't want to recruit.
At one.
If you can what?
If we can feed companions that we don't want to be along to our recruit lady who's coming with us to inherit the power.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, that's exactly how Crude works. They eat their victims and inherit the powers through eating them.
Hilarious. Nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, Nath, one request. Closer to the end of the stream, let us show the prayer at the character generation with more sound, because people saying the sound was very low and it was not heard properly.
Yeah,
so like when
sure.
you can be ended, we come back to that.
When we will finish.
Generally, I would honestly raise the volume of everything a bit so that people could better hear what's going on in the background.
I'm just afraid that this
Be
way.
like 40% or something. If it's too loud, people are gonna tell us.
All right.
Okay, I just
you.
didn't want the game sounds to, overlay.
It's
our
fine.
talk.
Like people also want to hear how the game sounds, and like our voices they can hear another time as well. It's not the first.
Hey,
Okay, so I think we visited every room on the ship.
Yeah, so basically this is how your special place is going to look like. You're going to move with it around the planets.
Obviously, it's
Will
going to
there
get
be
more and
any
more filled.
quests like in the first game? You mean the book events, I guess? Yes, there will be book events. That's part of any alt-kit game.
No sense in delay.
And obviously, the ship is going to get more and more filled out as you get more companions aboard. So they'll have their own spaces. Hamar, when I talked to him on the ship, he mentioned something about, hey, you can come with me. You can come over to see me if you want to have like your weapon fixed or your ammo looked at or things of that nature. Will the companions actually do things on the ship, or will they basically just stand around and you can have conversations?
I'm not sure.
with them?
I don't think it's available yet in the beta, but there are some plans for stuff like that.
Got you. Okay, cool.
Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I've seen this being
Nice.
discussed. Like, I can comment on something in the beta. It's definitely
one.
not in the scope, but
Nice.
somebody's trying to watch this while at work and hopes they don't get caught. Be careful out there. The Inquisition is watching.
Careful out there.
Any word when we might get an early access on Steam? Probably not for this game. We do the early access through our website. Like, you can get the Founders Pack and get the Steam key.
There's
Sorry,
a
Paul. Yeah.
There's a question about the stability of launch. How much of a priority is the console release and the ports of PS5 and Xbox Series consoles? Basically, what are you all's plans to ensure that the launch will be better than what the Rogue Trader launch was? Which, honestly, I feel
We'll
like
do our
Rogue
best.
Trader is
What-
the
what-
best
what-
launch
what
you
can
all
I-
had.
What else can I say? We'll do our best. Like, the threshold from set by Rogue Trader isn't really high. Let's be honest about that. But we did a lot of corrections to the pipelines, so we have it better this time. I think like the quality of the alpha and the beta are better than our previous releases in Rogue Trader. You may think differently if you like. Feel free to throw stuff at us if I'm saying it wrong, but from
No,
my
I've-
impression, it's better.
Definitely. I mentioned that when I did the review for the alpha, that I felt like what I was seeing for the game was in a stronger place than what I had seen from Rogue Trader even when it first came out. The beta is a little bit different because obviously the new area that came in, you all had less time to be able to clean up everything that's there. But thus far from what I'm seeing, I feel very confident that we're going to get a stable, clean experience. And that's definitely what I'm hoping for.
On top
We'll
of
do our
that,
best.
I have to say that playing the beta, I mean, it's not the complete game yet, but compared to a Rogue Trader, the whole performance, loading sequence, etc., is running smoothly. And in terms of tech numbers, I'm running a stream and everything on a 2080 Ti from NVIDIA. And I asked Starrick in one of the conversations if that's going to be improved, because for me, Rogue Trader was kind of like 30% loading screen time gameplay and 70% gameplay, because of my system being not the strongest one. And with the beta now, it's just snap and I'm there. It feels amazing.
Yeah, there has been a lot of improvements and optimizations. Let's hope
Yeah.
they all go up together and make a smoother experience. And
On
also,
that
we
same
have
note, on that same note, the same person who had asked the question, Ultron, who asked the question about the ports, and said, as a console player, Rogue Trader is in a fantastic state. You all did an amazing job along the road with the ports and with the updates. So that's something I feel like is very consistent with Owlcat, that you all update your games, you all listen to the community for feedback in regards to what needs to be fixed. And it's part of what makes it very easy to support you, because I know whatever happens, you're going to dig in and try to make it the product the very best that it can be for the people who are playing it.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're doing our best. There is like a lot of challenges when it comes to the ports, because they're different architecture, different quirks connected to the platform itself. They sometimes make it harder. I would like to especially apologize for the Switch 2 port for Rogue Trader, we had issues with that one. We still have them, but we're working on that. So it will require some time for us to fix the whole thing, but we are not abandoning it. So
Awesome.
I mean, considering
Sorry.
that you guys are tackling this probably more or less for the first time, reaching out into consoles and whatnot, so I would say, Chad and everybody else, drop a heart to All Cat Games for caring, for
Yeah,
making
like
good
the
games.
portable consoles are like a new ground for us. Like the bigger consoles, we more or less already have experience with, but the smaller ones, it's been really tricky. And it lacked the bug report feature, which made everything 10 times more problematic. It's just the architecture is different and had issues with that.
But still, you're daring, you're trying, you're doing, you're struggling, and you deliver in the end a good product. So, yeah, hearts to you guys.
Yeah, just have to be patient a bit. Sorry about that. Right, so I think we should probably show the save game now with the voice acting a bit. Because
Yeah.
we have the section where the actual voices start, so people would hear them. I would probably raise the volume even more after that.
There's a comment saying that the soundtrack is awesome, and I couldn't agree more. I think the soundtrack for this game is really, really strong, and of course, has been a hallmark for all of the Owlcat games. I cannot wait to get the full version of this soundtrack. Actually, that brings up another question as well. I noticed during the Warhammer Skulls event, they released vinyl versions of soundtracks. Did they do that for Rogue Trader? And are
I
there any
think
plans to
it's
make it available for Dark Heresy?
It's like a big of all their games, and I think Rogue Trader was on it.
Oh, that's
Like,
interesting.
It's all the games at once. Yeah, I may be mistaken, but I think I've seen Rogue Trader in it.
That's sick. Okay.
So while we're loading, a quick heads up for people who just joined. We have a giveaway going on over on Twitch. #PurgeTheUnclean. If you want to participate, we're soon going to pick
Not, how many of these, like, how many giveaways do we do? Is it just once, or can we do it twice?
Well, we have a fixed amount of keys, which we can give
Well, I
away
mean,
today.
how many do we give away now, and do we do that again?
I believe
possibly
we
in the
are
stream?
actually close to the end of the stream already. So,
Fair point. That went quick.
yeah, well, in good company,
wow.
you know. So, yeah, I believe I'll wait like 5-10 minutes more, and then we'll choose the winners. Well, the bot will automatically choose the winners. They will be announced, and after the stream, I will contact them in Twitch direct message to send the keys. So if you want the key and you have your direct message closed, please open it for a while so I will be able to contact you.
Right, let me quickly run around the questions in the chat. So
Sure.
there is again a question, other text-based quests in Dark Heresy, that's the book events? Yes, they're there. Will the game have different belief systems like Rogue Trader, like Heretic, Dogmatic, Iconoclast? Show it again, please. just quickly. There it is. So there is 4 of them this time. Also, I just want to say the soundtrack is awesome. I completely agree. The composers and the sound team does an amazing job every time. Like, I'm a big fan of them myself. And the Chargan music is amazing, I would say. There were some other questions, I think. How's leveling up different from Rogue Trader? Yeah, actually, we can show that now. Do we have anyone?
No, I don't think the save that I provided had a level up. I
Yeah,
could
I'll
send
just-
you a save for a level up, but I don't
No,
have.
it's fine. I'll just tell a bit about it. So basically, if previously you would have this massive list of abilities, talents thrown at you all at once, now you have these things called specializations that they have a number of skills and talents in them. and you pick them as a sort of direction where your character
No
is going.
sense in delay.
So this allows you to not be drawn in this massive amount of data at the same time. You can also show some of the existing talents and
Yeah,
the
sure.
modification system as well. There is this thing.
Yeah, so here we have our characteristics, our archetype, everything clear. You can just
Interesting fact, as you can see, the backgrounds, like every special companion now has their own background, which has their skills on it. So they're no longer set to basic home worlds like in Rogue Trader.
Nice.
yeah, and
And
here
as you can see, you have the new system of ability modifications, so you can have additional effects, like socketed, I guess, the right word. Sort of.
Yeah, the modifications are going to do a lot to make you really be able to customize your character and your builds. I can't wait to see how people go crazy with this system.
They're going to be tower ranged weapons. That's an interesting request. The Inquisition
Venus
already
artifact.
wants to know where you know about the tower from.
so let's talk to Sister
Is-
Septima.
Sorry, just one last question before you do. Is the dev team for Dark Heresy as big as for Rogue Trader? Basically, most of the Rogue Trader team is working on Dark Heresy. Except those who are working on the DLCs. Go on, go on.
Rarely does one meet acolytes who bear the burden of their duty with such zeal. Continue to be steadfast in your undertakings, and you shall learn the grace of serving the God Emperor. I thank the God Emperor for this. Corruption cannot disturb an empty mind. For now, you need only know what I tell you. First, Inquisitor Millicentilia has lost the greater part of her servants in this hab zone. This has slowed our investigations, and consequently, our joint work. Find out what happened to them as soon as you can. Otherwise, Inquisitor Millicentilia will be forced to spend time she should be devoting to saving Calixis. Second, my servant Dirkus was to make contact with the local preacher Ursimus. His orders were to question Ursimus and bring me the particulars I require. Dirkus has the gall not to present himself before me. You must descend into the bowels of this rotten place, learn where Dirkus is now, and bring him to me. You will
We could spend
recognize my
hours doing this.
servant by the robes of the ecclesiarchy, black hair cropped short, and the implant plate set into his forehead.
Yeah, but Hamer voice is missing for now.
Yeah.
The Lord Inquisitor has transferred all of you to serve under my command for the duration of this mission. Therefore, at present, you are to follow my orders. What happens afterward, only the God Emperor knows.
Somebody says he's skeptical about Dark Heresy. Honestly, Rogue Trader is such a high bar. It's done like in the same design standards. It's done by the same people, and you can already see it feels in many ways. Well, it's not the same. It's an upgrade, really. But if you loved Rogue Trader, I'm fairly certain you're gonna love this one. And yes, the game is gonna be 100% voiced when the release comes.
To avoid fruitless
Rogue Trader
searching,
is
go
about
to Confessor
16 or
Ursimus,
17%
head
voice
of the
acted.
flock of repentance.
This one is gonna be 100%.
He dwells in the so-called Upper Town. You will find him at the very top. The workers' devotional service should be drawing to a close, so you may pass through the gates freely. Say that I sent you, and he will reveal every secret.
I don't know if
I
you
was still
can
listening.
hear that, but there's also nice echo when she speaks because of the
Yeah, I
surroundings.
noticed that. I noticed that. Super cool.
I have to say, I'm gonna see already the internet go wild with Sister Septima, just as when they did with Lady Dimitrescu in Resident Evil. Everyone's gonna be like, "I am your servant. Step
Yes,
on me."
mommy.
Just remember, Emperor is watching always.
Yeah, wait until you all hear the Xenos voices. The Kroot sound incredible.
Yeah,
Super,
do
super
we
cool.
have any conversation with the crew close to this place? In this save?
I don't think so. We need
No,
to
because
go
you got that
down,
big
down.
fight you have to do before you can start
Ah.
talking to them.
You arrived with
Well,
sufficient
do
haste,
at least some
so I
more
judge Dirkus
fights
could
there.
not have been swept away in the toxic surge. Bring him to
Seems
me
so
alive
accepting.
and whole.
Could this game be more co-op friendly than Rogue Trader? A ping function would already go a long way, but Rogue Trader has a ping function.
Mhm.
I think it's like Alt or something. You can ping there. Like it's probably like it has its issues, but it definitely does have a ping system. I played it in co-op with my friends, so we used that a lot.
Oh, Wolfhard. Appreciate you checking in, man. Good to see you, dude. I know you've been doing a
Hey there,
lot for the
Wolfhard.
expands. You need to jump on this as well, man. I told you.
Yeah, there.
So speaking
So,
of co-op, will the hosts be the one who's controlling the dialogue and whatnot, or does the
I think
player
it's going
who's
to
tagging
be
along?
largely similar to how the Rogue Trader thing is designed, except that it's going to be easier because there's not so many strategic interfaces in your way. Like it's much easier to
Fantastic.
do. Like the problem with Rogue Trader co-op often has been that on the bridge, basically, and during the various subsystems of the game, the other players either had minimal input or didn't have anything to do. Since the only subsystem here is integrated in the main flow, there is much less problem here with that. But it's like in rather early phases for co-op now, so I'm not ready to talk about the full implementation yet. Hopefully, we will learn some things from Rogue Trader and like do some corrections where things were worse than they could be.
Fantastic.
How many hours of gameplay to finish the game is planned? I think we're aiming at like 60 hours, but you know, Rogue Trader was aiming at 8 hours, so you never know how exactly that's going to work.
Mhm.
And that's one playthrough, of course. And like I said before, we're aiming for more diversity of different playthroughs this time.
I'm excited to explore them all.
Looks amazing. Looks absolutely incredible. Really, really happy with everything I've seen thus far.
Well, I think we are ready to finish our giveaway, by the way, so...
Yeah, let's do.
Definitely. Last chance. Hashtag purge the clean, unclean in Twitch chat if you want to join.
Yeah, so if you're on YouTube and you want to join the giveaway, head over to Owlcat's channel on Twitch real quick and jump in and see if you can have a chance to win a code.
Okay, then let's wait for like 3-4 minutes more and finish the dialogue with Sister Septima.
Inquisitor Millicent Tillier is
Somebody's
conducting her
asking
own
for
investigation
us
here.
to make like a video
Her
with
efforts
Sister
are,
Septima talking to
without
ours.
doubt, directed at supporting the Tyrantine cabal.
Well, here we go.
Yet,
Here we
upon
go.
learning
I
of
called
my
it.
arrival, she did not see fit to join my righteous
What would be
mission.
clever from
talks
Nephalian,
about
our tech
working
priest
together
here,
have
would be
stalled,
to
and she
use
now
an
avoids my
hashtag
company.
word of like, I'm a heretic, and the mod also purge that user to the timeouts for being a heretic.
Nice.
Will there be mercs?
Given-
Very likely, yes.
According to the
There will be,
report,
like,
the
that's
agent
standard
bears an
feature
old
for
burn
all our
covering
games,
half of his
unless
face,
there is something
and an
wrong with
augmentation on the lower part of his
codes,
left
that
leg,
should
below
be
the
an
knee.
issue.
These
So when
distinguishing
playing co-op,
features will guide you in your
does the co-op
search.
partner has to wait until there's a first companion within the group?
He who is...
Uh,
I...
this time we're making it so that you start with some people in the group, so you will not have to wait.
Gotcha.
Always on the move.
I think it's like up to 3 people that can start right away.
Yeah, because you get Epion, Soros, and Hamar right up front.
And just so that people know, it's in Rogue Trader. You also can recruit a couple of mercenaries right in the first hall. Many people do not know that. It's not very clearly communicated because it was added later after the release of the game, based on requests. So, like, if you start the game, you just make 10 steps,
Keeping
and
my
there is a
eyes
guy
open.
called the Mercenary Steward. If the co-op is running, that can give you a couple of mercenaries for your co-op adventure.
Not know that at all.
Stream for the stream god.
Right. Learn something new still years later about Rogue Trader.
Will Rogue Trader features from DLCs end up in final version of the Dark Heresy game, like shields, overseer class augmentations?
My patience is growing thin, old man.
I'm not sure. Like right now, it's not in the scope. Maybe later in some.
We can proceed to the next stage of interrogation.
Sorry.
Though you will find it even less to your liking.
Love this cutscene.
My chat was saying yesterday, whoever decided to give her the name Millicentilia deserves a raise. Inquisitor Millicentilia is a pretty badass name.
I think she's actually from the original tabletop lore. if I
Oh,
remember right.
really?
I think
Nice.
So. I'm not 100% sure. I'll be honest, I didn't play the original tabletop.
Have you remembered
Except for
anything?
those times we had, like, especially a campaign inside the studio, but it didn't feature any original characters from there.
I
But-
considered trying to go through it, but I decided I didn't want to spoil myself based on what you all might have pulled from it. So I'm just going to experience this brand new fresh. and then maybe
Like, it's not 100% accurate to the tabletop. There can be changes, there can be different characters, some events may not be what they are there, so don't expect it to be 100% as in the tabletop.
no.
Like, we
Okay.
love to take some of the source material, but it's going to be adapted for the game.
Nice. Okay. Interesting.
Let's listen to Millicentilia as well, and then
Yeah.
choose our winners.
We have guests, Inquisitor.
And then the prayer from the...
And then the prayer, and I think I will leave the prayer on stream has ended screen, so everyone could immerse a bit for a few more
Nice.
minutes.
Yeah, that'll
The
be-
acolyte who has been prowling around Maris Portum. That's him, mistress.
yes, there are gonna
Anton
be multiple
Zerb's
winners.
newest protege. I thought you'd make an appearance sooner or later.
And actually, now the echo is even louder because we are in cave. That's great.
Great attention to
Best.
detail.
I've not seen you in some time. It is a pity that you've decided to use your talents
Awesome
in the
portrait.
service of another Inquisitor.
Absolutely insane armor and artifacts. I love it.
I can't wait to learn more about what's going on between her and Epion.
Is that so? I did not request any assistance from the Cabal. Since you are here, that means you were sent by Lord Inquisitor Zerb. Only he knows about the mission. Gareth, see to the
They
witness's
say it's
wounds.
nice being able to
He is
pop up
not
the
permitted
portrait
to
like that.
die
You can do it in
before the
Raw
end
Trader
of
if
the
you hover over the
interrogation.
portrait, just so you know.
Dariel, I'll be waiting for a
I didn't know
report on our
that,
progress.
so I'm gonna have to try that out in
As
Rogue
for
Trader as
you,
well.
Your arrival is the best evidence that the Lord Inquisitor is losing patience. Isn't that correct? Focus. I will be the one speaking. Save your questions for later.
Well,
My expedition team has gone missing from the excavation site. Workers, disciples of the machine cult, and guards. It started with the first seaquake that hit this hab zone. The workers complained of fatigue and ceaseless nightmares.
You don't know who.
This is not a local
who
incident.
her,
People
voice
all
actor is,
over the
just
Maris
in
Portum
case
sectoris
you remember, to be
are
honest.
suffering from similar symptoms. Many of them have likewise
We'll find out soon,
disappeared
I guess.
without a trace.
Along with the
Hey,
More and
there
more
was
are
actually a
going
question
missing every
earlier
day.
about, are you all ever going
Reports have shown that these
to provide a
disappearances
video
are
or some sort of information
systematic,
about who some of the
so we
voice
can
actors
rule
are
out
in the
natural
game?
population decline.
You've seen some of these on the Skulls announcements, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen Epione, you've seen the Croots, and you've seen the
General.
Fabricator General.
Yeah.
I love it.
but there will be more. And I think
Awesome.
we will highlight voice actors who joined us from the Rogue Trader as well, in some way.
Yeah, you've already heard Argenta and Cabela, and they're not the end of the list.
Oh,
Yeah, you will be surprised.
We must look. And it is true.
Okay,
Try
let's
not to announce
save
to
some
all
time. I will
Invest.
skip
Do
it.
your.
Sorry.
That is one of.
We need
So-
to move on.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, did you distribute the keys yet?
We'll do it right now. So,
Yeah, it's time to do it.
congratulations to Oilix, Vlamir, and Castellus, and Mickey Boss,
Hey, congratulations.
or Harry Marim.
Congratulations, you have won the race. Where is that even from? I think it's Need for Speed 3 or something. Or even 2. I just
Nostalgia
tricked
trip.
myself, like remembering the phrase, but
So, congratulations, guys. Just just a reminder. After the stream, I will contact you with a direct message on Twitch. So, please, if you have your private message closed, open them. So I will reach you. And well, I think it's actually time to wrap up. So if we have any
let's give them
last
like
last
2 or 3 minutes remaining for the last possible questions, guys. If you have any questions, like right now, do that. You can turn on the prayer meanwhile.
doing this.
Just do it as loud as possible. It's so amazing.
Perhaps in chat for Owlcat for putting this up and being out there up front with us and streaming
Violence
and
it is,
showcasing
then.
these things. It's
Thanks for coming.
not
Guys.
something that you see very often.
It was so nice to
Better
see you
your
both here.
blood than mine.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Norris, always a pleasure seeing you as well, man. I already knew I would enjoy this conversation before it started, and I had a great time. So, always available. Appreciate y'all. Looking forward to the next one. And I can't wait for the full release of the game.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's always pleasure to chat with you guys and discuss.
You can comprehend
the
the
games.
scale
I
of the
love it.
threat we face.
We had a great time. Thank you.
To know. and
Well, I
yet
can't wait to see what you are
regardless
cooking, and I can't wait to dig deeper into the lore and
may
make
the
all these
Emperor forgive
lore
those
parts.
who stand against us. For the Inquisition surely
See
will
you.
not.
Yeah, we're excited to tell and show you
Awesome.
more, but for now we can't. But more
Oh,
cool
wait,
news will arrive later.
There is a couple of questions that I'm going to answer before we end.
Go
people
on.
managed to do it in time. So one question is, can we interact with the environment like jump and place objects? Actually, in this game, there is verticality. So you can actually jump from cliffs to cliffs. You can climb the ladders and stuff like that you could not in Rogue Trader. There is like special tiles where you can stand to go to the other tile.
And actually,
And
a
the other
quick
question
addition.
is,
In addition to your
Yeah, do.
answer, there are also some situations when you need to, get an old good rope to cross some cliffs, and sometimes you need to shoot at something, I don't know, a big rock, so it will fall down and you will be able to move across it. So, yeah, there's a lot more compared to the Rock River movement across the map.
And the last remaining question, and after which we wrap up, how expansive is the character creation customization compared to Rock Trader? Roughly the same or even slightly more customizable. There are more options on some cases that were not available before. And that's all, unless you guys want to add something.
I already said what I wanted to say. Can't wait for more. And you all already know I'll be covering it.
Thank you guys. See you all.
Thank you, Callie, for having us.
See you
Take
next
care,
time.
you all. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Enough, please
Thanks for
keep
joining.
the prayer up.
I will keep the prayer up for you guys. And see you next time. Thanks for joining us today.
The witch, the mutant, the heretic. The enemies of mankind are ever present, terrible and insidious. Few can comprehend the scale of the threat we face. To know and continue regardless is what it means to serve in a holy order. May the Emperor forgive those who stand against us. For the Inquisition surely will not.